Hello there. This is week 5 of Art Appreciation Online, ART 1100 for summer 2019. I'm Brian Hitzelberger, your professor, and the discussion for this week is a discussion about the body and the human figure. So, our readings and content this week actually take a different turn. Now we're at the part of the course where we're looking at distinct time periods and looking at artifacts and objects that come out of various time periods and the cultures that surround them. The readings and material this week, they're less about specific art media. That was sort of the first half of the class. Now we're looking at what I find very interesting, how it is that the objects that a certain culture makes express that culture. They express the ideas and beliefs of an individual society. Okay, so we looked at a good amount of kind of a large time period this week. We looked at early art, we looked at the Mesopotamians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Renaissance, and the Baroque, etc. In each of these cultures, the human figure is depicted and the human body is depicted, but it's depicted in various ways. Okay? There is an evolution of the human body through artwork over a great period of time. For your discussion this week, I would like for you to choose 3 artworks from 3 different time periods and societies where the human figure is utilized. I'd like you for each of these artworks to describe how that human figure reflects the values of that time period and of that society. Okay? You need to include an image of what you're talking about, so you can kind of hold your textbook up to the camera, or you can maybe post it in the discussion forum. You can post an image of it in the discussion forum along with your video. But the goal here is to actually describe how the way the figure is rendered, this is actually a reflection of how these people saw themselves. Okay? How we make an image of ourselves is ultimately an extension of how we see ourselves. Okay? We're looking at 3 different time periods, 3 different artworks. These time periods can be consecutive, that's totally fine. But you're looking at kind of how each culture depicted the body in each time period. And then after introducing and sort of describing each one of those, I would like you to sum up how those have changed. Okay, so as time marches on, you know, what are the changes that you notice, and what is kind of the evolution that's happening here? Tell us some thoughts about that. I recommend choosing 3 artworks that are just compelling to you, that involve a human figure, and just, you know, kind of like you've been doing with your papers, do a mini analysis of them on camera for us. This is kind of a longer discussion. If your videos go over 4 minutes for this discussion, that's fine. I mean, we can probably try and keep it under like 8 minutes. But I know that it can be a little hard to kind of get into the meat of this. As always, I'm looking for you to use course terminology and demonstrate to me that you're engaging with the ideas and terminology that's presented in the text. Okay? Thanks so much, and I will see you next week.